A consumer group asked Target to stop selling a brand of fidget spinners because of lead. The U.S. Public Interest Research Group tested the Fidget Wild premium spinner. It says it found the metal and brass spinners contain up to 300 times the amount of lead allowed in children's toys. However, Target and the Consumer Product Safety Commission say they are okay to sell them because this particular brand is for ages 14 and up. Now, the majority of lead regulations in the U.S. are centered on children's products.
Yes, but there are some exceptions. So what products still contain lead? Good question. As Heather Brown discovered, it can be hard to find out.
Do you worry about lead?
I have not.
Yeah, I think about it.
I guess I don't have it on my radar as much.
Unless you live in an old house.
Our house was lead abated, so that was really important before Leo came.
Lead doesn't seem to be keeping us up at night anymore.
I'm just assuming that most of the lead is controlled now.
Lead is not banned.
Right, that's right. Lead is highly regulated in certain products.
Stephanie Yandel is with the Minnesota Department of Health.
The number one source that we see is from old lead-based paint.
That was banned in 1978. In 2008, federal law ruled lead wasn't allowed in jewelry or toys intended for kids 12 and under. Companies are required to test those products before they're sold.
But it's not a problem to touch lead.
Right.
Where's the problem?
Yeah, so the problem is when lead gets into the body.
Do your kids put a lot of stuff in their mouths?
Everything goes in their mouths.
Most of the time, products that are marketed towards adults don't have regulations around whether or not they can have lead.
You told me this was a complicated answer. Why is this a complicated answer?
So there's no single agency that has jurisdiction over all types of products that might contain lead.
The FDA does have safety standards when it comes to products that touch food, like packaging or cookware.
What about the jewelry you wear?
I hope not.
There are no lead regulations when it comes to jewelry for adults, but there are voluntary guidelines. There are also different rules for using lead ammunition to hunt.
Car keys, for example, are a product that are allowed to contain lead.
And Yandel says the health department relies on regulatory agencies and consumer groups to tell them what has lead. Heather Brown, WCCO 4 News.
In addition to lead paint, imported ceramics and old toys were some of the sources of the 1,200 cases of lead contamination in Minnesota last year.
For concerned parents, she recommends children be tested for lead exposure when they're about 1 year old and 2 years old. If you have a question for Heather, you can share it with her through Facebook or Twitter.